Hello, my friends. My name is Amanda with Amanda Panda Projects, and today I'm coming at you with a cutie little Bumblebee wooden house decor. This little wooden house was from Dollar Tree, and the napkin is from my Big Pack of Craftkins napkin subscription, which is going to be opening really soon here, okay? So comment Craftkins if you would like to get in on the next round of super cute summer patriotic nautical themed napkins. Okay, so all I did here was I painted the house all white with my Waverly plaster. Then I added a little bit of candle wax, and then I added some black paint. I'm gonna be doing like a chippy because on that napkin, as you can see, it has like a black distressed stripe down each side. So I'm trying to like mimic that look on the sides of this and on the back. So that is why I use the candle wax. And then I didn't even paint the sides fully. I just like kind of dry brushed. And then I'm using some packing tape to go over the top of the black paint and just pull it up so it gives the same exact look as the napkin, and I think it came out pretty darn good. So you just got to use different pieces of packing tape. When it loses its stickiness, you just grab another one, and it kind of, see, oh, I thought I showed it there. You can see that stripe now matches the back and the sides, okay? So now I took my napkin and I cut off the part that I'm going to be using, and then I separate it down to one ply, and I go ahead and decoupage this to the front of the house. I decided to do the iron method. So I applied the Mod Podge first, dried the Mod Podge completely dry, then put the napkin on top, and then I used parchment paper and my iron and ironed it on. I did it this way because I needed the napkin to be on just the perfect spot, like so it was centered. And so if I didn't do it this way, I wouldn't be able to slide it back and forth once I set it down. If it wasn't dead center, I would have to, redo it. So now I'm using this crackle varnish, okay? I got this from Etsy. I abso-freaking-lutely love this stuff. Now, let me tell you, I messed up this time. Rookie mistake. This is only my second time ever using it. It's in two parts. You dry the first part, then you put on the second part, and then you dry the second part. It was not completely dry, and I thought that it wasn't working. Oh, I messed up, you guys. So I ended up, lesson learned. This is how I almost didn't want to post this video because I totally messed this up. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it anyways because it came out cute in the end, and it was a learning experience. So I thought it was dry, and then I started putting the dark wax on it, and it was barely crackling. I'm like, what is going on? Well, as it dried more, the crackles started coming out more. And I thought that it wasn't working, so I tried to do another layer. Totally messed it up. So I kept adding the wax, and I was like, in certain spots it wasn't crackling, but as it was drying, it started to. And then it started showing up. So I was impatient, and I tried to add, see, now the crackles showed up. So see on the top right and the bottom, I tried to add another layer and like do it again, and it just like messed it up and it looked all funky. So I ended up like peeling off that other layer, as you can see here. I just rolled with it. I added a little bit of twine around the bottom. And then the top part that is messed up, I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to add a bow. Well, I was going to add a bow anyways, actually. But the bow ended up covering it up. So it ended up okay in the end. It's kind of funky. It's a little bit weird looking. It's got a little bit more wax on it than I probably would have put on it. But in the end, it's cute, and it is what it is, and you live and you learn, and you live on, and you craft on, and you move on, and you keep on crafting on, okay? So I took my strips of fabric, I ripped them up really small because it's a smaller piece, and I go ahead and I use my Bodabra, which I absolutely love. I got mine on Amazon, and I make a cute little bow. I used like a black buffalo check, I used a gray check, and then I used a black and white like bumblebee fabric. I just layered them up. I didn't use a ton because, I mean, this is a smaller piece, so I didn't want my bow to be like too big and overwhelming. So I made a smaller bow. I topped it off with some twine on top because I wanted to tie in with the twine that I wrapped around the bottom to cover up my little snafu there. So I got my bow all done. I was pretty happy with not making it too big. I think I did good. I just tied it up, cut off the ends of the twine, and then I glued it onto my little house. And then once I had it glued on, I played with it a little bit, kind of fluffed it up, got it in place. See, I had to put so much darn wax on the house that my bow is a little bit whiter than the actual house. But again, I rolled with it. I added a little bit of this white, like, it's like a baby's breath kind of into my bow, a cute little buffalo check paper flower to the center, and there it is, all done. Like I said, I had to add so much waxes. I kept trying to get the crackle to show, and then I couldn't get the wax off enough. So the house is darker than the bow, but you guys, it's still cute. I still think it turned out cute in the end. I like it. I think it's adorable. Let me know, what do you guys think of this cutie?